Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be making some more phone accessories. There's already a video posted for making a phone stand. This one's going to be about making a sound amplifier. So to make a sound amplifier, we're going to make it custom fit for our phone so that our phone fits nice and snug in our sound amplifier. So the first thing we should do is let's take our 1:1 scale model of our phone and let's copy it by pressing Control C or clicking the copy button. If you don't yet have a scale model of your phone, maybe I'll make another video on that this afternoon, but everyone should have one from class. So this is an exact scale model of my phone, which is 124.4 by 59.2 by 8.97 millimeters. I'm going to take that scale model of my phone and I'm going to make a new project, and I want to make a sound amplifier for my phone. So I'm going to go to the home page. I'm going to click Create New Design, and I'm going to name my project Sound Amp. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my model of my phone. And for this, we're only going to need one dimension of our phone model, but we'll hold this off to the side for a second. The sound amp is going to be three shapes. It's going to be a cylinder body. It's going to use a box for a stand, and it's going to use another cylinder for a hole. So let's take this cylinder and let's make the diameter of this cylinder the width of our phone. This cylinder is going to be the hole that our phone sits in while its sounds are getting amplified. So we need to make sure that our phone would fit in this cylinder. So let's make it 68 by 68 in this example. Actually, I'm sorry, I used the wrong dimension. Let's make it 84 by 84. That's pretty big. 84 by 84. This is going to be the hole that our phone sits in. I'm going to scale it up a little so it covers maybe about a third of my phone, maybe a little more. And this is going to be the hole that our phone sits inside of. So I'm going to make it a hole. I'm also going to make a scaled up version that's a solid, and this is going to be the container that hole is in. And I'm going to hold shift while I scale it up so that it stays proportionate. And then I'm going to align the hole with the new scaled up version. I know I did a lot of steps really quick there, so you can go back, rewatch those steps as many times as you need to. So there's a hole inside of this, but I can't quite see it. So let's start by centering that hole. And then let's bring that hole to align with the top of our cylinder using this top vertical alignment. We haven't used this one yet, but at the top, these ones on the side that are going up are the vertical alignments for aligning things up and down. And we're going to use the one on the top so that the top of our hole aligns with the top of our cylinder. Then we're going to group these. So that's a center alignment and then a top vertical alignment. We're going to group them, and we now have the container our hole is going to be in. Now, sound amplifiers, we don't want them to point straight up. So we want this hole to be at an angle, and let's do 45 degrees. 45 degrees will be a good angle for having it point at things. It'll also be a good angle for having this print, because as this prints up at 45 degrees, it can continuously use previous plastic from the cylinder as support. Even over here, the base of the cylinder is coming up at 45 degrees, so it'll build up in layers and use itself as support in every direction. This cylinder is well supported at 45 degrees, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But this cylinder is not going to stand up on its own. We don't need the phone anymore, so I'm just going to delete it. And I'm going to take this box, and this is going to be the stand for our sound amplifier. And this cylinder, this is what's going to amplify our sound, because our sound's going to sit in here, and instead of having our little speaker blast sound out in every direction, it's going to all kind of vibrate around. The air in this cylinder is going to kind of vibrate around and all come out in one direction. and give us a more amplified sound. So let's expand this bass a little bit. And let's center this bass with the cylinder. And the size of the bass doesn't really matter. It's not a precise thing. But what does matter is that I have a little bit of the bass peeking out into the cylinder. I don't really want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ungroup everything and then group it all back together. And that'll group my whole with my bass, which will make everything come together well. Is this cylinder good enough? Will this support my phone? So my phone's going to be in here. All the weight of my phone's going to be up here. This might fall forward. I'm going to make the base a little bit bigger to compensate for the fact that there's going to be a lot of weight. I'm going to ungroup it first to compensate for the fact that my phone's going to be sticking out of this thing and there's going to be a lot of weight in the front. So I'm going to bring this base up a little bit more. That should be good. I'll group that all together, and that'll be my phone amplifier. Those will be my sound amplifier. You guys, as usual, maybe you want to put a funny face on the inside. Maybe you want to put little bunny ears. Maybe you want to make it look like a cannon. Maybe you want to make it look like a sports car. You guys can customize this however you want. You can maybe add something to support this back here maybe a little bit. Maybe add some supporting aesthetic designs in the front. Whatever you guys feel you want, you're free to customize this however you want, but this is the goal. It should be a cylinder at a slight slant on top of this. You slide your phone in there, it's going to make it way louder. That's it for this one. Email me if you have any questions. Bye, everyone.